We are ready for another show right here on NATV Network. As we begin another month, all of you subscribers and viewers, many of you have asked for Dr. Robin Bryman to come back. You thought she was in exile somewhere and that she ran off, but we have been able to get her back, and she has brought some company with her. She's brought the captain himself. Sir Fred is with her. So Dr. Robin and Fred are here with us today, and we are looking forward to having a nice conversation about their new book, Bye Narcissists. So enough of me and more of them. So hang in there. Here they come. Ooh, look at you guys. You look really nice together. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you.
You don't want to see me, right, Fred? Right?
Sure, why not?
Yeah? Is that all right? I'm going to put you, let's see. Let's put Fred. We're going to move everybody around here. Get you up here like that. We do that. Right, good. Look at that. We moved it around. Somebody somewhere is getting a headache right about now. They're like, what did that guy do that for? Enough of me and enough of the music is what I was trying to say. Let's go ahead and get you all started here. Now, both of you have volunteered to come on, right? Robin, you've been here before. Fred, I get to torture for the first time. I'm going to move somebody around here too. Yeah. All right. It's got to feel like a live show, so I have to have, things happen accidentally on purpose. My goodness, somebody's already, hold on. I'm going to jump right to this. Oh my goodness. I see you, Eric. Eric's already jumped in. Books, love books. Haha. Okay, so the book, let's just get right to it. What's the info on the book? Because I know how my audience is. They want me to shut up and tell me when can they get the book. So who wants to take that?
I'll take it if you don't mind.
Okay.
So we've been working on a book for a year and more, and it is done. It's at the publisher, and it's being typeset. It will be available in mid-July. And you want me to describe it a little bit?
Yeah, go right ahead. The floor is yours, my friend. Go ahead.
It's a book that I think Robin and I wish was available when we were going through our experience, being with a narcissist.
Okay.
It's comprehensive. It talks about how to identify a narcissist, all about narcissism and your reaction to the narcissism. But more importantly, the main chunk of the book is what to do about it and how to recover and how to increase self-care and come out of it on the other side a better person. What makes the book a little unique is that it's two authors who have had similar experiences with narcissism. And it's also one of the few books I've seen that's actually illustrated. That's what I have to say about it. What about you, Robin?
I just wanted to see Robin. I was waiting. I said, Robin, please don't say nothing. I just want to see how long he was going to keep talking. Just his
I
first
could talk
time
for
with
an hour
us.
and a half, so you got to stop me.
No. Hey, they love talking. This audience loves talking. Okay, so we just had a pre-chat. Everybody knows that a lot of times I pre-chat with the guests ahead of time, and we have a pre-show, which is something we do much earlier. Then we have a pre-chat. I told you the audience was going to ask this question, and sure enough, put it on the screen. They want to know, can they pre-order?
Yes.
So
the best place to pre-order, we're going to make a pre-order list, is to send a brief email to Fred at byebyNarcissist.com. And that is also our website for more information, byebyNarcissist.com. And I'm sure when the book comes out, there'll be links on that, certainly on that website. But for now, if you want to pre-order it, be the first one to get a copy. You can send it to Fred at byebyNarcissist.com.
Okay. So if you could, just repeat that last bit again. And by the way, a shout out to you, Tanya. I see you, my friend. I got your next question thing you want to say there. Go ahead. Repeat that one more time, and I'm put something up on the screen.
Eric. How you doing?
Yeah. There you go. Hey, they love that. Go ahead. They talk to them. Go ahead.
Hi, Tanya. How you doing? Illustrations, color illustrations by a professional illustrator who happens to be in Korea. It's a very interesting conglomeration of a book. And anyway, if you want to pre-order for now, just send an email, I guess with name, address, contact information to Fred, F-R-E-D, at byebyNarcissist.com. And while you're doing that, you could check out byebyNarcissist.com, the website where Robin and I reside. And we're also...
Wait, hold on one second. Hold on one second before you... He's doing a great job, right, Robin?
Yeah, I'm just...
We could just sit here. Wait, just hold on a second. Hold on one second. I want you to say it again, but hold on. Wait, let's just hold on a second. Just hold on a second. Let me do something here. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Okay, now go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
To pre-order our book, please send an email with information, contact information to Fred, that's F-R-E-D,
Right.
at byebyNarcissist.com.
That was really good. That was really good. Because you said hello. Oh my goodness. Oh, now I'm gonna have to keep up. Because you said hello, Tanya, lovely Tanya, she's
Hey
giving
there.
you a little shout out there. And let's see who else. Oh, we got more coming your way here. Hold on.
See a cute
You
little
can read
kitty,
the
too.
names off the screen. You can say hello to them. If
Marsha
you can.
Lau.
Oh,
Marsha Lau.
nice.
Hi, looking forward to the book. So are we. We've been working on it for a year and a half. I can't wait to actually see it.
I mean, you really have been working on it. I mean, a lot of people, some people say that
No, we've been
have had on
working
the
on
show, but you've really been working on it. I know that for a fact.
I
Okay.
have a picture
you
of the cover.
well, you saw what it said. There's somebody put in there. Tanya. I'm gonna go back to Tanya's comment. She said books with illustrations, so she loves it. I'm telling you guys, you got a winner there. What you're doing? Hold on one second here. I got some more. What does it say?
If Paxton puts it
Paxton's
on the
the
air,
best,
I am
too.
for the book. Paxton has been a good
man.
man to me. Got it.
You so
I will
good,
open
man.
another
Oh,
window,
man. Hold
get
on.
it done.
Oh man, what are you guys doing to me, man? Here we go. All right. Here we go. All right. So let's see here. Tanya's got some more love. Oh, you're sweet. Thanks, Tanya. Hey, it sounded pretty good, him doing that. I think I'm going to cut that clip out and make it into a YouTube short and a reel of you just talking. No, I'm serious. It's as fresh content right there. All right. Now, I've got a number of things that I want to ask you personally about the book and other things. Do you have a you're okay.
look at that.
Perfect. I
That's
totally dropped the ball. I forgot to ask for it. I'm glad you were on it, Fred. Hold it there for a second, Fred. Everybody get your screenshot in. I know how you guys are. I love getting your screenshots. Keep it. Tell him, Robin.
Yes, it's the other way. There.
Yeah.
Stop.
Right there. Wait, no, turn. Now it's got too much light. Turn. Yeah, right there. Yeah, there we go. Hold it there just for a second or two. Everybody get your screenshots in. This is the book you're going to need to put the pizza down. Put the pizza down and get this book, which is very important. Bye Narcissists. Robin, tell me about the inside of this book and the words. I know there's a lot of illustrations. What's the point, the driving point that can be beneficial to people if they pick up this book?
Well, there are a lot of surprises in this book because it contains history of narcissism. It shows both of our points of view, which differ, but there's a good amount of our information in it. And there's a mini recovery program, the beginnings of our recovery program. It's just very helpful. It's a lot of new information. I know they could be very redundant watching the YouTube videos and some other books out there, but it's a lot of new surprises.
Good. I like the way you let us right up to that edge and then said, no, I'm not going to tell you anymore. So a lot of new things. Fred,
There's a lot of
Robin?
checklists and like easy to access lists and quizzes and stuff like that. And Robin, why don't you talk about some of the endorsements we've got? Because that was your department.
Oh,
Hey, you know what? Can I ask a question? At what point, because this is Fred's first rodeo, he doesn't, maybe he forgot. He doesn't remember. He's not on Bye Narcissists. I direct the show. Right?
Yeah.
He evidently thinks, and Robin knows I don't allow anybody to come on my show. Only one person was able to do that, and that was Sam Vaknin. So let's try that one more time before Robin tells us any more.
back to you, Paxton.
Robin knows how this works. Fred, I gotta keep. You know what, Fred? I gotta keep an eye on you, man. You gotta take over the platform, man. I just lost all the viewers. They went over to your channel now. Okay, wait, hold on a second,
Oh, look at that.
Fred. I want to talk about what Marcia puts on here, but you got Tanya says something here. Did you get the screenshot, Tanya? I just want to make sure. I believe that's what you're telling me. But if not, we can always hold it back up again. But can somebody address this before we move on to Fred, that point that you were making? LMHC and Survivor. Anybody want to talk about that, or do you guys know who Marcia is?
We are. Robin and I are both survivors. It's written. It's written for people whose first exposure to the understanding of narcissism, but it's also written. We were both professionals when we were,
Victimized
by
not victims, victimized.
victimized.
I know.
Yeah, not victims.
Robin is really big on making sure that's clear.
We're
We're going to do a whole show on that. Yes,
I agree.
I love it. Go ahead.
So it is definitely for professionals. We were professionals when this happened.
Wow.
We were PhDs or PsyDs or whatever we are. So yes, it would be appropriate for LMHC or anyone else.
Okay. Anything else, Robin, on that subject?
No, I'm good.
Hey, we got to be careful, Fred. We're going to end up doing all the talking. Poor Robin's not going to be able to say anything. You got much love here.
Oh, wait. Well, I'm trying to think of anything else we left out. Just that you're going to feel that you're not alone, and that we've been through it, and we live to talk about it and thrive. And you will too, even at the lowest, you can possibly be. You're going to feel.
A person will know with that purchase of that particular book, Bye Narcissists, that they are not alone, and they will have some tools to work with, because even if they're a professional, they'll be able to get something out of it and maybe even help their clients with it by using that book. Fred, you go ahead and take Tanya's words if you want. She's asking a question.
The number of pages, please. It's about 240 pages.
I just want to let that sit in. I don't want to say it. I want to let that sit in for everybody, that it is a volume of information to help you through whatever stage you're going through, essentially, is what you're talking about. You got another one I got to put up on the screen. Go ahead, Fred. You can go. Anybody can say what they're going to say. I'm just put something up on the screen.
It definitely covers a lot of ground. I sent an email. I started a contact on the webpage. Great. Excellent. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
You're the man, Eric. You're the man, Eric. Go ahead. Fred, you're going to say anything? Or Robin, you want to go ahead, pitch in?
Go ahead. Oh, about what? About
I thought it was important to mention the endorsements we got, because that was like your department.
We definitely got endorsements, and people that have been through it or that understand it are really willing and just want to help in this community. It's a community. And I think that when you purchase the book, it's the same thing. It's being part of a community, and trying to put an end to this, over time, because it's so prevalent.
So many people are affected by it. You were able to, Robin, get the forward done by our friend here to the show, Professor Sam Vaknin, and he wrote some beautiful words for the book. You have Lisa A. Romano in her coaching program. Of course, I smile every time I go to say this lady's name. Tracy A. Malone, another good supporter of our channel, has been on many, many times and has sent us many guests. You got her as well. You also have Dr. Z, who we've been able to talk to a few times, but she's a beautiful person as well, wrote something. She has an amazing social media presence and a great television presence as well, Dr. Z. I know I'm forgetting somebody. I need to be shot.
Dr. Norman Freed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was about to say Neil, and I just knew that was wrong. Wait, Robin. And Char's not here. So I can't even look over and go like, what's the name? What's the name? What's the name?
I'll be Char.
Char is my daughter, one of the executive producers. My other daughter is also. But she knows the names of everybody. Norman Free, right? Yep. Norman Free, one of your long term friends you've had for a long time. Who else am I? Did I get everybody? I think I missed.
I think that's it, right?
Did I get it? I can't remember.
That's a lot of endorsements for one book.
We're so
hey, Robert, you guys roll like that. You guys got the friends like that. There it goes. And they all love what you've done. The words that they have said about the book has been great. Everybody, you'll get a chance to see that. I've got something here on the screen that I got to put up for you, both of you. I got something rather to put up on the screen for both of you. There we go. Who wants to take that one? as you, Robin. Dr. Robin, I remember you spent some time with Paxton last summer. I think maybe even prior to that. We haven't met, but I appreciate your participation in the community. It is a lifestyle. Thank you. Look at that, man.
It really is a lifestyle. That's a great way to put it.
Isn't it?
I love that. I'm going to use that, Eric.
There you go.
Love that. You're right.
Okay, so Eric, she's got your word.
community-
She's going to use it. Go ahead, Fred.
A community and a lifestyle. I
Yes.
think the book does take you from like A to Z, so to speak. Like even myself, when I was like stuck in a narcissistic relationship, like everyone else, even though I had a PhD, it was meaningless. I went to Google and I typed in narcissism, like everyone else out there. I was, and it takes you from that start, just learning the terms, learning the the terminology, and learning the community, and learning the signs, and then it takes you to more sophisticated ways of coping and ways of dealing with the narcissist, and then it goes through getting the hell away from the narcissist. That would have been a good title, getting the hell away from the narcissist. but Bye Narcissists.
You might have to make a coffee mug or a T-shirt with that.
Yes.
Excuse me. You may end up having to do that, and everybody's going to buy that from you. You got congratulations on the book from Eric again.
Thank you, Eric.
And of course, Tanya, just in case you missed it, I'll put it back up. She's applauding your endorsements for the book. Now, we've spent a total of 17 minutes talking about the book and some other things there. I'm going to now torture you with some questions. But Eric, Tanya, if you both are still here for these two professional people, you see that, you guys? I got professionals on the show today.
Professional.
I got professionals on the show today. Okay, so oh, wait a minute. There you go. Tanya says knowledge is power. There you go.
Yes.
All right, now I'm going to make some noise here, and I'm going to do one thing first. I just did it, but here we go. I am totally changing the show on the fly because I can do that. It's my show. Anyhow, what I was going to say is I am going to say something, a question, actually. I'm going to ask this question that was sent in. We've collected these over 2.5 years and been waiting to use them, and today is the first time ever doing it. I was saving them just for you guys to do this today. Here we go. I'm not going to put them off anymore. I'm going to ask a question. I did the applause first because it's going to be a little game. So Eric and Tanya, I know you both are out there. Do me a huge favor. As long as you're here, Eric, I want you to keep score how many Robin gets correct or it doesn't pass on. Nobody, if they pass, that's not good. Okay, so everybody scores a point. Robin and Fred are in this little mini competition that I just made up on the fly. Eric, if you're here, you're keeping score on Robin. And you guys can't read what I'm reading, but they're ready to go. So here we go. So on Robin and Tanya, you keep a score on Fred. Okay. And you guys get to say which one, gave the best answer. Okay. All right. All right. And there is a prize at the end. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to make it up as we go. I may give you guys one of the coffee mugs we got. I don't know. I may send it to you. All right. So here we go. I'm going to ask a question. These are all narcissistic related questions. I'm not going to ask them something super weird. I'll save that for later. Because Fred's got to leave like around 6. So we get to torture them until, what did you say? Wait, I got to put it up, you guys. So hold on a second. Hey, what do you put up here? Okay, here we go. What do you say? Dr. Fred, what? You can read it because, it is
sure.
a podcast show.
Dr. Fred, I don't know. I have a diploma from 6th grade. Ha. I have a bunch of books and mad respect. Congratulations. That was so nice of you, Eric.
Oh, man. I love my audience. They're so down to earth. And you guys got applause. And you got Eric's got that for you, and then he's gonna defer to whatever your wisdom is, Robin. So and wait, ooh man, Tanya's ready to go. She's going down for the game. Okay, so here we go. They had no idea, you guys, that I was going to do this with them. They had no idea at all. Trust me, I love torturing people. Here we go, fun torture. Here we go. Question. This is a question that was given to someone who watches the show from a narcissist. They want to know what your answer would be.
Ooh, I like
what? They keep saying stuff. I'm gonna just keep putting it up on the screen as we go, best I can. The question that the narc asked one of our viewers was, "Can you be trusted?" Now, of course, she wanted to go in defense mode, but she asked for example, what would you say? So
So
they asked me that question. I'm leaving it to the professionals. What would you say back to a narc when a narc looks at you and says, "Can you be trusted?" Would you like to go ladies first? Is that okay with you, Fred?
Yes, I would.
I'm confused about the question.
The question was the male, the narc, asked the lady who was a viewer of our show. He asked her, "Can you in a relationship? Can you be trusted?" And she was wondering, what did the response do you give to a narc when they asked that question?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I get the question.
So in other words, the narc would probably be projecting because I would just say, and this is my thinking, I could be trusted until I'm not trusted. Or somebody could be trusted until they're not.
So I would
I didn't
say,
think of that one. Okay.
So when a narc reveals themselves in everything they do, they're transparent to some extent. So if they say, "Can you be trusted?" what it means, as Robin was alluding to, is that they can't be trusted. But I wouldn't get that deep with a narcissist. I would just say, well, of course, why not? Why wouldn't I be? A normal person would be trustworthy.
Wow. I love that. Both of you guys. Okay, the next one.
Wait, who won?
Who wants to go this one? Do narcissists enjoy lying? Do narcissists enjoy lying?
I'll take it first. It's not so much enjoy, but they thrive on it. They need the provocation of making up a false story, self-aggrandizing, or lying. In a nutshell, do they get enjoyment out of it? If it hurts someone else, probably. But it's more of a need than a enjoyment.
Okay. Robin?
I think it's a mixed bag.
Go ahead. Speak your mind. Go ahead.
I think some people, let's say narcissists, I hate, sometimes I can't stand using
toxic person or whatever. Selfish,
Sometimes
self-absorbed. Yeah.
Completely consciously aware. They get off on lying and it makes them happy as could be because they have won over, the other person. And sometimes they're just unconscious and they tap dance in life and they're trying to figure out a way to get out of something because they don't have great problem solving skills and they lie.
Wow.
Their default mode is lying.
Yeah.
The default mode is lying. Is that what you said?
They lie.
Wow.
They lie just for keeping practice. They lie so that you get
okay.
used
You
to
know
it.
that's crazy, right, Fred? That sounds. That sounds really crazy.
Yeah, but
it's a personality disorder. If it's really truly a narcissist, there's people who are narcissistic out there, and it's a little bit different than a narcissist. Like people are narcissistic, and we say, "Oh yeah, they're full of themselves, and they brag a lot, whatever." A lot of rock stars, a lot of actresses, a lot of sports figures, but an actual narcissist, they practice lying. That's their default mode is to put up a smokescreen.
Wow. All right. Now,
cluster
third question.
B, it's hard to break that. It's like NPD, cluster B personality. It's.
Yep.
So if you want to learn more, everybody, if you want to learn more, go to drrobinbryman.com. Is it Bye Narcissist? Or no? Which one should I use?
So there's two. So byenarcissist.com is a kind of a shared website that we both are on. My website is therapymyway.com.
Got it. Okay. All right. So everybody, you heard that. And of course,
in general, therapymyway.com, but specifically narcissism, byenarcissist.com.
All right. And
if you want, I'm sorry, Paxton. If you want to learn more, it's at my Instagram is at Dr. Robin Bryman, and my TikTok. I put a lot on Instagram and TikTok is the same, Dr. Robin Bryman.
And so here too, so Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all byenarcissist.com. But the general psychology part of what I do is always at Therapy My Way. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, it's Therapy My Way.
Right. This is the next question. Why is it important to share? I'm going to read it as if the person that wrote it in. Why is it important to share my story when others tell me to just get over it?
Ooh.
Can Robin go since you went the last one?
Absolutely.
Robin, you want to go first, please?
If somebody tells you get over it, then don't talk to them about it anymore.
Hey, Robin, we're not on the Real Talk show that we normally would do to get you just already. Okay, that's a good one. Anything else before Fred takes it? I'm going to repeat the question one more time for anybody. Again, why is it important to share my story when others tell me to just get over it?
Well, like every other, mental health problem, it's you don't just get over it. You have to work it out. You have to explore yourself. You have to know what you're talking about to share the story. So if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, very naughty narcs that lie so much and get away with it. Hi, good, Tanya. Sharing your story is a safety issue. You should share your story with friends and family who you trust. It's a little tricky to do that, but someone should know what's going on just in case it gets, out of hand physically or dangerous. So it is super important to share your story. That's what Robin and I are doing. We're sharing our story. So don't listen to people who say, get over it. It's very difficult to get over it. It takes some work. It takes focus. It takes self-exploration. It takes help from outside. Very often it does take individual therapy, not just a book. So yeah, you don't just get over it.
So let me ask this question then. It has nothing to do with the ones that I have in front of me. Now that you both have mentioned that, then a person needs to be careful that they're not shamed and guilted into shutting up. I'm just asking. You're the professionals.
Absolutely. Just like physical abuse, sexual abuse, bullying. Don't shut up. Say something, do something. In that sense, being with a narcissist is not different than other things. Like you should speak up. Curious, does the beak speak to pharmaceutical intervention?
Book. There's a book.
Yeah.
Book.
Yeah.
She means book.
A little bit. But in terms of like, if you find the feelings to be overwhelming or the depression part of it or to be overwhelming, you should, if nothing else is working, absolutely. But it's not the main focus, to tell you the truth.
You're going to get yourself
I think it's
situated.
important. I'm sorry, Paxton.
No, go ahead.
Part of I don't know if it's really sharing your story. It's more educating yourself first and figuring out what to do next. Because sharing your story sometimes doesn't work because you're either smeared or, it's just hard to fathom. And
It'll fall on deaf ears is what you mean?
It may, but sometimes not intentionally, but just, it's a hard thing because you're so traumatized. It's hard to get the story out. It's better to educate yourself first and then figure out what to do after that. And that's why with this book, it gives a lot of education and the steps that you should take to get out.
So if a person's going to educate themselves first to what has happened to them, they need to, I'm going to piggyback something, Fred, you also said, I'm putting both of your comments together here, then a person needs to make sure that they are talking to trusted individuals. Okay, but how can they know that they're talking to a trusted individual?
First step I would see is to look into like where are they coming from? Are they a professional? You don't have to be a professional, by the way, to help other people. I didn't want to give that impression. But is it someone who has some background in the topic?
Right.
Okay. Social media it's great, tons of information, but you need a filter. There's many trusted sources, but it's pretty safe bet if you've got like 2 licensed psychologists who've been there, done that. It does speak to the trust issue, but just be careful about, the source of the information. The internet has tons of information, but trusted sources, you got to do a little bit of background. Just know who it is who's giving you the information.
And if all else fails, they can reach out to you. How again? Notice the way I keep plugging
Many different ways.
Okay, don't do it. But they can reach out to you, and they can reach out to Robin as well. And
yes.
Robin, of course, you will be doing more shows again back here on the platform, and people can reach out to you through a Q&A on our platform here. And of course, you have Bye Narcissists. Yes.
When you're going through this and you discover that you're with a narcissist or a toxic person or somebody just demonic, somebody really evil. You really have to take a step back and figure out how to proceed. It's not that you just share your story with everyone because that doesn't work. And I see people, thousands of people over years that I see the place that they're in. And the first thing I say to them is, this is a puzzle and I'm going to give you the tools, but you're going to have to figure this out. And some of the puzzle is getting out of the relationship, and some of the puzzle is healing your own wounds from your past, and moving on and being consciously aware and so on. So it is a puzzle to heal. And if you have the help of therapists or mental health counselors or, coaches, which are wonderful out there, that you can get in touch with, then that makes it the process quicker and easier if somebody understands, what you've been through.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Both of you. Absolutely perfect. Who's winning the game? It really doesn't matter because you both. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Both of you get applause. Okay, so now here we go. I got a little bit more for you. That is 1, 2, 3 questions down. Okay, here we go. I've saved some of these for the end, and here we go. What will happen when my narcissistic husband knows I know the truth?
That is an excellent question. So one thing that narcissists do, they go into something called narcissistic rage when they sense that they're losing their source or their supply. These are terms that we explain in the book, but basically they need you. They need you more than you need them. So there will be like if you confront a narcissist directly and say, "Hey, you're narcissistic," first of all, they're going to call you a narcissist. They're going to reverse it. They're going to deny it. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to do everything in their power to, to sort of negate what you say. So you got to be a little careful about how you inform the narcissist that you're on to them. But can you read the question one more time?
Sure, not a problem. What will looks like lady wrote into us, what will happen when my narcissistic husband knows I know the truth?
They will in some way rage against you. So you got to be prepared for how you approach that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Which again goes back to education. So this way you don't just tell them, "I know you're a narcissist," and that's it. You have to be like 10 steps ahead of them and figure out exactly what you're going to say.
Tanya,
okay. We need to get to this question the statement on the screen from Tanya there. Yeah. But before we do that, you said steps ahead. Can you kind of give us an overview of what you mean by that for those? Remember, as I mentioned, as Robin, but I mentioned to you, Fred, the majority of the people that watch our shows or our channel are beginning their journey. So kind of what do you mean in an overview when you're talking about steps that they can kind of keep in mind beside educating themselves?
So
Go ahead.
So we do talk about like specific techniques on how to communicate with a narcissist. That's one thing, like how to communicate with them. The second thing is like what their likely reaction is. And the third thing is like to remain safe before you confront a narcissist. So, but like Robin was saying, education, when you educate yourself on how they're likely to react, it sure helps.
No, that was good.
When you first find out about a narcissist, or when you feel anxiety, you want to move towards something. You want to say, "I know you're a narcissist. I know you've been doing this, this, and this." And if you educate yourself, you realize that's probably not the best way to go. And so maybe you want to take a step back and figure out a plan that makes sense, whether it's staying neutral or,
possibly never confronting them, possibly just taking steps behind the scenes without them knowing, and we talk about that too, preparing, like everything from the basics, like saving money, telling someone, making a plan, consulting a professional. Maybe I don't recall ever directly saying to my little narcissist, "You're a narcissist." I said other things, but I don't recall ever saying that specifically.
And, some people have a hard time maybe swallowing what you both have just said. Fred, you're saying maybe never telling them. And Robin, you nodded your head. That's going to be hard for some people. I mean, you've both been doing this combined longer than I have. We've only been doing it since August of 2020, these shows. And I tell you, I've met some people go like, "No, I want to tell them." And what you're saying makes balanced, reasonable sense. that they may have to literally let it go and walk away from it without ever confronting them, because they could be stepping into a hornet's nest.
What would I would ask that person, what would be the purpose of why would we call them a narcissist?
Right.
Why not just get a lawyer, why not take the safety steps necessary?
Yeah.
It's not always necessary to confront them. And sometimes, so I just want to make one quick statement. You can consider them to be professional narcissists. They know exactly what they're doing. They are professionals. Like if I was to confront a professional boxer, I would lose in a half a second.
Good point.
Not even.
Yeah.
Why would, you got to question, is it necessary to confront them? Because you don't have that psychotic drive that's going to be able to match the narcissist, and nor should you.
You see what Tanya put on the screen there.
Yeah, never
Fred,
tell
if you
them
want to
I
read
made
that
mistake. Then I needed to just walk away from everything. It can be, I'm not saying it's a mistake 100% of the time, but you should think about it before you confront them and call them a narcissist, because it won't have any effect.
Okay.
On them.
Here we go. I've got a couple of more for you. I know, Fred, you said you got to leave pretty soon, and then these kind of get
stay.
Yeah. What? What?
I like it here.
Okay. Well, thank you. You're being kind. Well, you know what? We've got to do more of this again together. And I know the audience, I can tell by you both being here, they're excited to have both of you together. And Robin, you've been here 50 billion times. They love you as well. But Fred, they like you, Fred. So here we go. Oh, by the way, if you like Fred and you like Robin, guys, don't be cheap. Put the pizza down, buy the book when it comes out. Okay. Do something for your emotional, mental health, and get the book. Okay. These are the weightier questions. Those were the light ones at the very beginning. That was one of the weightier you just answered. So here we go. When will my narcissist change? Okay. As a guy wrote that, I know who it is.
You want to take that one, Robin? Because I have
You got a whole book. You got a whole volume you can say on that one. Okay, go ahead.
Let me think. Never.
Can I put my 2 cents in?
Yeah. Never ever. What?
All right. Well, we move on to the next one.
That's easy. They will.
No,
never.
wait, no. He wrote, the gentleman that wrote this, he wrote numerous times to get it in for shows. I think over a year now, and I've never put it in, and this is the first time. So I know who it is. I told him I was going to use it on the show, so he'll get your answer. All right. So here we go. What makes? Did I say that right? Yeah. What makes them finally change for the better? By the way, just for the record, it's the same person that wrote the last question.
Let me put it this way. It's extremely rare. I'm being generous. It's extremely rare that someone who really has narcissistic personality disorder to change. There's research that shows that 2% of people with personality disorders are successful in therapy. In other words, changing. So if you're with a narcissist, you should assume that they will not change, even though there's a greater than 0 chance, but I wouldn't count on it.
I think 2 factors might lead to change. One is if somebody's incredibly intelligent, their intellect sometimes saves them. And the other thing is that they would have to hit rock bottom. So bottom with a very high intellect, maybe, and maybe somebody in their life that was kind of significant that they had a little empathy for.
It's happened, but from the perspective of someone who's suffering with narcissistic abuse, you should assume they're not going to change.
Yeah.
Which leads to not counting on therapy helping them. You should not count on marital therapy type things helping them. Therapy will help you, but they're almost impervious to marital therapy. It's a mistake, actually.
So if I understand what you have just both said, someone shouldn't be trying to drag them in to fix them in therapy.
Never.
That's a waste of energy is what you're saying, where it needs to be more inward and emotional growth and some type of stability for oneself instead.
Yep. Yeah, this happens all the time where people are dragged into therapy.
That's got to be interesting for just a side note. It just popped in my head. If both of you are sitting there, somebody's to drag somebody in, and they're a narcissist, I don't even. Maybe you tell me in private. I don't want to ask that question.
I see this a lot. I see when the narcissist is trying to love bomb and get the person back, they always mention, "Oh, my therapist says."
Yeah, they'll use it against you.
They're not doing
They'll
that.
use it against you? Is that what you just said?
No,
Oh
they
my God,
make it
yeah.
up. They make it up.
Wow, oh man.
Oh,
Wow.
my therapist,
Oh
they
my
don't
goodness.
agree with you.
So you both have said stuff you don't even know you said it, and somebody's used it and said, "Yo, yeah, Fred told me." You know. All right. Okay, here we go. We're nearing the end of the show for everybody here, but here we go.
We need a lot more shows.
Well, believe me, if you only knew how many questions I actually have over here. I think I told one of you I got 5 pages of, anyhow. All right, here we go. What can I do I was threatened, by the way, to put this question in by a young lady who asked this question. This is for you, Robin. She asked this question, Robin, from our first show that we've ever done. And that's been a long time ago. And here we go. What can I do to recover from parentification?
What can I do to recover from parentification? Fred, you want to take that one or should I?
Yeah. So, okay. To my understanding, let me define parentification.
Correct.
If this is like not in the field of relationships, this is family stuff. So
Yeah.
I think,
Yes.
so parentification is where one family member is made to take on the role of a parent, when they shouldn't. They're either too young but they're kind of forced through circumstance to take on the role of an authority figure within the family. So how do I recover from parentification? It sounds like the same old stuff, but to work on like self-esteem and understand, what your role is, what you identify. It's a very good question. What your role is, how you identify, understanding the dynamics of the parents and why they did that. It's a tough one. It would require a lot of insight and education, as we've said a few times.
And I just want to say, Robin, before you do that, please, to the individual, and you know who you are, that wrote this question and had it for a couple of years now, or thereabouts, close to 2 years. We didn't get it answered, and you've been waiting for us to answer it. Of course, you've read a number of things, but please reach out to Fred or Robin if you think you'd like to get some more information on this at their shows or at their website and stuff like that. Robin, please, I just wanted to say that to her. But go ahead.
If you're in a parentified situation growing up, that means that you don't really have that internalized sense of the parent in your head. So my thinking would be to get a really good therapist that you can internalize, and eventually, you are able to become more whole, because then you can start with that parenting yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? So that
Yes.
makes you more of a whole person, because you really weren't raised by, you were doing the raising, you were doing the parent responsibilities.
They were parenting an adult or other children, but now they get a chance to literally, if they were parented per se or caregiving correctly, they can start to do that toward themselves, if I understand you correctly. Okay.
Yeah, it's internalizing. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. I mean, I like being with professionals. I just ask these questions back to try to make sure I understand them, and it works really good. Last 2 questions. Here we go. I keep an eye. I'm sorry, I laugh because I have a feeling how Robin's going to react toward this question. I keep an eye on my ex-narcissist. I want to expose him to everyone. Should I do it? Similar to a question we had earlier, but this is literally, they keep an eye on their ex-narcissist. Well, I edited the question, you guys. It was social media, Facebook,
Robin,
what I mean. They went down they keep an eye on them. They even drive by their house and a couple other things. And this is not a female. This is a guy. so just think of the dynamics. Anyhow, he goes by the job. There's a lot that he wrote. So go ahead.
Should they be exposed?
I want to expose, not him. I want to expose her to everyone. Should I do it? I read it.
Are they famous? No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No. So I would think that the way, so they want them to feel pain, right? And they want that person not to hurt anybody else. But quite honestly, they're gonna be hurt in their own life, because I've seen things, how you act towards others it all comes back to you. And so they'll expose themselves. And that's I'm saying that and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. That was the nicest I think I've ever heard you give an answer towards something like that, because you made a video like, put the social media down and knock it off. Okay, go ahead, Fred.
I would say absolutely not. You're wasting your energy getting back at them, exposing them. That's all nonsense. It takes away from your life. You should go get a hobby.
I was waiting. I said, please, I'm ready to hit the button if you say the wrong thing.
No. But it shows that they're more seriously, it shows that it's completely unresolved. They're still attached to that narcissist. They're still, even though they're fighting, they're going against and they're trying to expose, they're still connected. And you don't want to be connected. You want to say bye. So you're wasting your time. You're obsessed, and they should explore themselves and figure out what's keeping them. You're not going to get revenge. It's not worth it. And it will, as Robin said, it'll come back to you. I want that person to get arrested, not me, Tanya says. Yeah, but you're still investing energy in punishment and revenge and all that stuff. And you're better than that.
When you're really healed, you feel indifferent, not.
Yeah, indifference is the opposite of caring, not hatred and revenge.
So if somebody doesn't know what the word indifference is, and they hear this, so they don't have to go get a dictionary, what do you mean by that?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Yeah, who cares? It's very neutral. You feel neutral.
The difference between ignorance and apathy, I don't know, and I don't care.
That should be a book. That should be a book. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. Life after our narcissistic abuse, and that would be the title right there. All right, so both of you have been awesome. I do have one more question, but we got to put this up. Eric has this up as well. We put Scarlet Letter on. Oh my goodness.
Mercy. We cannot be judge, jury, and executioner. Pivots on self-betrayal. Not a good place to be. Political winds blow. We can't put a scarlet letter on narcs. That's interesting.
You got another one there.
Scarlet
from Tanya.
Leechy types, even though.
Bye is the key. If you're able to move in that direction. Last question. And by the way, here, let's do this real. I feel like Karnak with Johnny Carson or something like that, or Steve Allen, which is why I modeled the show after that, so it doesn't appeal to everybody, only to me and my daughters. Anyhow, what I was going to say is, here we go. Last question. When the narcissist wants me back, what should I do? Or in other words, and they put in parentheses, what is the first thing I should do?
Well, so it's called hoovering. We have a term for everything in narcissist land. Hoovering is when they try to suck you back in, basically. Ignore, as Robin said, put the social media down, ignore the emails, do not respond. Once they're gone, they're gone. It's the best thing that ever happened to you.
I think we're gonna do 2 shows together. It's gonna be called Ignore, and the next one's gonna be Put the Social Media Down. All right, go ahead, Robin, my friend.
With hoovering, it's so complicated, because when I see people in my practice, a lot of times people go back to the narcissist and they accept the hoover. But I always say the more time away, and that quiet time away from the narcissist where you're really educating yourself, will change your brain. And so you may go back once or twice, but the third time you're going to really be on to them, and it's not going to feel healthy. It's going to start feeling. Wow. I always say what's healthy doesn't feel healthy, but what's unhealthy feels healthy, and we want to reverse that. So it's so important that, when people are reading the book, they're going to be in a state of what they feel like is desperation. This is one of the books they're going to read to educate themselves and try to figure out a plan. But they're still probably going to be in the relationship with the narcissist. Mm-hmm. And it's that time between where they're starting to educate themselves, but they're still involved with the narcissist. If you just take time away whether it's an extra hour a day away from the narcissist, that's going to be that period, that space to heal. And that's what's important. And that's what's going to start making things that felt normal not feel normal anymore.
I was going to say, just to tag something way earlier, if you can't tell someone, if you can't inform someone, then write it down at least. You know, if there's no one you trust at all, at least write it down, jot it down. What's happening?
Good idea.
For record.
Good idea. Yep. At least write it down. You're saying, and I like that thought that you just mentioned of Robin about the hour away. Even if it's like an hour that you can have away, you're saying that's the time that a person can really settle in to growing emotionally and regaining their self-esteem back.
Yeah. Oh, so
man,
important.
That's a great idea. There's still everybody's writing stuff here. At some point, you guys, you know how this goes. We're gonna go, guys. I'm retired now. Can't be on YouTube all day. Even though we do have another show coming in about 2 hours from now. I'm gonna put up a few things. But Fred, if you want to, I'm gonna put something up. Fred, I want you to kind of address. Sure. I love you, Tanya. I love you, Eric. But Fred, take a look at. Hold on a second here. Let's do this. That was it. Tanya put very difficult not to respond. Well, first so of all, I want to try to tackle that before we end the show. Any thoughts on both of you for Tanya?
They're masters at provoking you in every way, even when they're gone. You know, so that's part of the thing that you have to work on is how not to engage, how to disengage. It is very difficult not to respond because they can be compelling, they can be influential, they can be dynamic. And especially if they sense that something's up and you're catching on, they're going to try even harder. It is extremely difficult not to respond. But in the book and just in general, there are techniques on how not to respond, what not to say. It's difficult because you're in the habit of it. You're in a cycle. They put you in the cycle. They train you to stay in that cycle.
I got to repeat that. I got to repeat that one more. You said they train you? Is that what you just said?
Yes, they train you.
Oh, they do.
That's exactly what they do. They train you to be stuck to them. They train you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
but I got so excited because in the book we have scenarios of how to respond.
Oh, okay. Which is everybody, you got to get the book, people.
Much better with time and distance. Yep, good, Tanya. Yeah. That's correct.
The more education you have, the less you're going to respond.
And once
repeat that again, please. Robin, say that one more time for us.
The more you know, the less you're going to respond. The more education you have, the less you're going to respond.
Okay. Fred, you were saying, please.
Once you're gone from them, and you start to get some self-esteem and techniques and education, you'll know. And Robin and I definitely share this belief. It's the best time period of your life. Such a freedom. Yeah. When you close that door permanently, you find yourself again. You're free. You find yourself meeting better, more positive people you look up to, people you're proud of, people you're happy to be with. Yeah. That's the payoff.
You got more on the screen I got to put up for you guys. This one's, of course, very kind of you, Tanya. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. What do you got here? Thank you. The book is indeed great news. Fred, could you read the rest?
Congrats, extended to each one of you. Thank you in advance. Super sweet to carve out your time. I love doing this. This is what I do. It's not. This is the time.
This is Bye Narcissists.
Banksy said there's always hope. Is that him? Okay.
Yeah. And you got more. You got more here. I'm trying to catch up to him and put it up before we go.
Banksy, way to go.
Let's see here.
Slam that door. Agree. Lock it.
You got Tanya, Eric, all of you here, everybody else that will watch this back later, please go to their social media platforms. Show your love and support to those platforms. Remind those platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all the above, anywhere they are, that you support them so their content can get pushed out even more to larger audiences. That's about it for everybody here. Hold on one second. I'm going to make sure I got everything here I wanted to. Nope, here we go. I'm going to put this up. And Fred, you can go first.
So there's our book, Bye Narcissists.
Yeah, there it is.
Understanding and leaving the narcissist in your life. If you need to contact me about other issues, you can go to therapymyway.com. It's the same across all platforms. It's Therapy My Way. If it's specific to narcissism, it's byenarcissist.com. On Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok, but I don't dance and I don't wear a bikini. And
Yeah.
No
thank you.
comment. Robin is real quiet on that one, so she knows
Well-
you better than I do. So
If you need to contact me, even just to say hi, it's drrobinbryman.com or at Dr. Robin Bryman for Instagram and TikTok. And I post new content a lot.
all right, they're saying thank you to you
And
because
thank you and your audience, and thanks for
Yeah.
having me. It's fun, and I appreciate everything you did.
well, I have to say, everybody, this is the book that you need to be trying to get your hands on. They're amazing people here. You guys are just awesome, totally awesome. We're gonna get to the part of the show that everybody wants to see, and that's the part where it's advice on their way out. So if you can give us some advice on your way out, thanking both of you for being here, truly appreciate it. If you don't mind, we'll go ladies first, Robin, and then Fred. Give us some advice, and then we'll be able to head on out because Fred has a very important date to go to. He's got food going to be waiting for him and all that kind of stuff. We weren't invited. Robin and I weren't invited because, we're on the low end of the totem pole. Yeah, we should crash. Oh, good point. I'm hopping a plane right now, baby. We'll be right there. All right, go ahead, Robin. Some words of advice.
Oh, words of advice. Pick up the book. You won't be sorry.
All right.
It's you're going to learn a lot. That's all I could say. And education's everything.
Should I go next?
I just wanted to see what would happen. The man who told us he could talk all day is actually
can't
asking me
stand
for
empty
direction
space.
on the show. No, go ahead, my friend. Go ahead, please.
The only way to deal with a narcissist is to leave. That's my advice, and educate yourself so you can do that.
Yep.
Well, you're still getting love on the screen as you're talking. So
Super cool.
anything else is it, man. Everybody's showing you guys love. By the way, when I end the show, I know some of you will still keep talking. I'll save those and I'll pass them on to them at another show, everybody. So they love you guys. But right now is the perfect time for me to end the show because this has been such a pleasure. Fred, you've been awesome.
Thank
Robin,
you very much.
Thank you.
beautiful. This is the part of the show. As you leave, people keep saying stuff, which means if I stay on, they will keep talking.
Sure.
They know they're trying to get all their words in. So keep looking at the screen on the way out. So we love each and every one of you, all of our viewers, all of our subscribers. But Fred, first time here, Fred. Man, they're in love with you. No, I'm serious. I've got a whole nother thing happening off screen that you guys can't see where people are talking to me. And they're saying they always got tons of love for Robin. She's been here a number of times. Fred, this is your first time. And Robin, he's trying to push in on your territory.
I'm fine with that. I can share.
Beautiful team you guys are together. I'm glad you were able to step in and let us produce and direct the show for you here on NATV Network. I got to throw that in. Everybody wants to hear that. We normally let music play on the way out. This is what our viewers want. But all three of us, we're out of here, you guys. We'll see you guys again. Music's going to stop pretty soon. But until then, enjoy. Thank you. And I'll keep putting up what you say on the screen. Fred, I know you may have to go. Robin, if you could stick around. But if you both can. Fred, go ahead. Last words.
So I like Tanya's comment. You get the part of the uniqueness of the book is you get both perspectives. You get male, female. You get two different, perspectives, both professionals. So that's part of the structure of the book is to get both of our perspectives. We agree on 90% of everything, but there's some differences.
I love it too. Matter of fact, Robin, you talked about that with us before. I think it's great. I'm going to put Tanya's comment back up one more time so everybody can see that Fred was talking about.
Yeah, to whatever extent there's gender differences in our opinions, it's in there. Substantially, we agree on the most important stuff we agree on. You got to leave, you got to educate yourself, you got to get strong, you got to do self-care. So all the important stuff we agree on, just a couple of things that we have a different perspective.
Yep.
I just want to see how long you're gonna keep talking because I got more music. I got more music than you got words because they'll stick around. Trust me, they will stick around. I know my audience. They will keep. Look, they're still writing stuff. They will keep.
It is a great balance. It's a friendly balance too. Obviously, both respect each other, and it does show that we're part of the same community because the core of it is that we were both mistreated by narcissists. And that's what we have in common with the reading audience as well. Now's your chance, Robin.
I love you guys. I love the dynamics between both of you. Just in case all of you are wondering, they can't see me. I can see both of them, but I was waiting. I thought, Robin, you were going to jump in right there. I agree with you, Fred. Robin, any thoughts?
I agree with Fred. The end.
The end.
Bye-bye.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You guys are funny together, man. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. I appreciate both of you being here. Let me see. Hold on one second. Here we go. I'm going to use the same one over again, but here we go.
Yay.
All right, Fred, you did it. You survived, my friend. You survived.
Much rejoicing.
Yeah, much rejoicing because you told everybody the truth, you and Robin, what they need to do next. Get the book. The book, again, is Bye Narcissists. We've appreciated you being here with us and joining the conversation. It's time for us to go, people. For most of you, so you know, we got another show at 5 o'clock, and we love each and every one of you, but we're out. See you later. Bye.
Thanks.
We've enjoyed you being here with us on NATV Network, home of NATV Podcasts and NATV Radio.